Holy crap! We're on today. Yeah. And we're back to being late. Yep. Are you ever going to be on time? More likely not. So let's see. Oh yeah, we're left on Earth. Or we're on Earth. Yep. So, what are we doing now? Try to figure out why it sends you to straight to kill Minibone. Yeah, when we didn't even go into the blasted room for it. Good point. Now that was a complete smooth takeoff. That's because we're not overloading the computer with our ship size today. Are you serious? Pretty much. You're telling me that your computer is not handling processing? Well, I can handle the processing, it's just that lately something's been messing up things. Like? Who knows, somebody could be spying. Why would they be spying? Because they're idiots.
Welcome to Free Star Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband, and you can be on your way. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
I'm not gonna lie, this thing kind of looks messed up. I mean, I know it's a 1.5, but still. It's like small. Doesn't this planet kind of mess up our ship? It does. You don't sound like you're in a talkative mood today. Really not. Why? Matter of fact, why were you late today? Been car shopping. Really? Yeah. Was it really worth it? Nope.
Keep moving. The scanners won't hurt you.
I was referring, did we at least get a new car? We ordered a car, but not new. Yeah.
Save it for someone who gives a damn.
Increasing practicality variable.
Neon security, stand down or be neutralized.
Really? They were going to shoot us. Try to.
Shit! Bad news for the League of
What kind of suit is that?
None of your business of that. Oh no, not these things. Of course he picks them up. And of course you pick up your little ninja stars because you like them. Ninja stars are cool. Really? Yes. Only problem is, what's their damage rate on them? And can they even be really usable? 230 physical.
Well, aren't you looking rather dashing today, Agent? Or at least, that is what I would say if I could actually see you. Nonetheless, it's a pleasure to know you're doing well and are ready for your next mission. Now, do listen closely and please pay attention, as I know this is one assignment you've been eager to get your lethal hands on. Your target is the infamous Dr. Bones, formerly known as Arius Crag, as well as his son clone, Corvus Crag, whom we here at QSO have affectionately come to refer to as Mini Bones. In his youth, the young Arius was the son of a scientist who had been expelled from the UC's Xeno-Warfare Division. Arius grew up poor and dejected by the very government his family had done everything in their power to protect. As he grew old, his resentment began to fester, and so he now harbors an immense hatred for the UC and any other galactic government that isn't House Valroon. It was there where he eventually studied psychology and anatomy and honed his methodical skills. Although Cragg clearly inherited his parents' scientific mind, his career as a biologist and doctor apparently never took place. After he graduated from the Academy of the Sacred Spiral, where, incidentally, 3 of his academic rivals met untimely ends
Some
under suspicious
items in inventory
circumstances,
marked
his public
irrelevant.
record completely stopped,
Recommending
and he dropped
disposal
from the
to
face of the
decrease carry
galaxy.
rate.
We here at QSO, however, have been able to uncover that Cragg went on to re-emerge as a ruthless mercenary after having his face and body reconstructed by black market surgeons. He has allegedly performed over 100 missions for various employers and has killed around that many people as well. You must go to the clinic in which he works, eliminate him and his clone son, and destroy all evidence of his scientific findings before you leave. His work must not fall into the wrong hands. Good luck out there, Agent. And please, let's avoid any trips to the morgue, shall we?
Does she even know that her agent already took that trip to the morgue? Nope. Should somebody tell her? Nope. Would it be a good idea to tell her? Nope. Should we even introduce ourselves? Nope. At any point, should we be straightforward, transparent with them in any sense whatsoever? No. Really? I mean, we're caught in a crossfire. Yeah, and the truth is, right now, the best defense that we have is... nada!
Yeah, you look strange.
So you really don't think it's necessary to let them know that their actual agent is dead? You guys do realize that the problem with letting them know that their actual agent pretty much bit the dust is going to come back on us, right? Not really. Must be really tired today. I don't think tired actually qualifies. I think it's more along the line irritated and annoyed. Why? Let's just say there are some things I wish it would have just went my way no matter what. Wow, we don't sound funny today. I mean, usually we try to be... Is it just me, or the coupling doesn't look like it's fully extended? Yeah. It doesn't look like it's fully extended. So, doesn't that mean there's going to be a breach? Probably. So, what do we do about it? This.
Can't wait till I can rotate out of here.
Always quiet back here.
Engaging suspect!
Big mistake!
Gonna make it!
Help!
Freestar security!
Couldn't you make sure that you hit the right people? It's even worse than that. I want to make sure that I hit the right powers. I mean, you didn't even kill them and they're about ready to shoot at you. That's understandable. How is it understandable?
If you're thinking about going into medicine, just be...
Gonna make an example out of you! You are for it! Thought they could mess with us!
Is it really happening? This is getting out of control!
I can't see!
Probably shouldn't get too close.
Okay, that did not go well, actually. What were you thinking? I was thinking how we're going to try to actually, you know...
Oh, hey, buddy, I'm kind of suffering here. Can you leave me be?
Okay, well, first of all, John, it was nice to meet you. Jed,
Sure, those files are backed up.
you just take care, Jed. I mean, you're in a hospital after all. Did we shoot Jed? I don't think so.
Gotta hand it to these doctors.
Can I ask, was there any particular reason? No, you can't. You just can't. You just can't ask whatsoever. Yeah, I don't think it would be a good idea to ask questions at this rate. I think it would be more appropriate. Ah, crap. What? What? Okay, that door wasn't open, that door wasn't open, this door wasn't open. Do you mind explaining to me what it is that you're freaking out about? We may have a stowaway. Okay, this is clear. Clear. Drop down. Clear. Clear. Double clear. Mikey, why are you calling it out when there's only just, well, me, myself, and I type thing? Just making sure things are clear. 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 Mikey, there's only us. And whoever may be watching. They can see that it's clear. Launching in 5, 4. Oh, that was fast.
This is Free Star Space. Please hold your current speed and heading while we scan you for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
And we're docking again. I got a question. What, Mikey? Will we ever have a ship that is fully armed? I think that may be rather debatable.
Keep moving.
Right.
The scanners won't hurt you.
So the answer is no, more likely. I didn't say that. But it's highly debatable. Yeah. Are you sure the answer is not no? Or... yeah, I don't know how to word it. Is this supposed to be like a new player home or something?
It appears that the dastardly Arius Crag and his
Weight amount
defective
and
mini-him
auxiliaries
prove no
reaction.
match for an agent of your caliber. Congratulations are in order, and we here at QSO are proud of your performance. You will find your rewards for this mission within the QSO Safehouse cache, located directly in front of your person. Additionally, I am pleased to report that your delayed employment wages have been wirelessly transferred into your bank account. We, here at HQ, found it odd that you seem to be using a new account, but our director reassured us that there's nothing to fear. I think you may be one of his favorites, which, believe me, is no small feat, I assure you. You will also be happy to hear that the director has ensured that the doctor's surviving victims have received the necessary medical care they needed, and those unfortunate enough to lose their lives were given proper burials. We encourage you to enjoy your personal time off until a new mission arrives. And remember, Agent, the QSO is always watching.
Right, always watching, but you don't realize that your main man is dead. And that's like one of the most shortest ass missions possible. And by the way, who the hell would literally, I mean, really? Vodka martini glass? Come on, a vodka in the box and a martini glass. I don't know what to say. Can anything fit in that? Hell no. Hey! To be honest, I was kind of expecting more from that little mission. Like, how much more? Like, you know, the whole James Bond movie scenario type more. Yeah, that would be interesting to play.
Been up, huh?
Excuse me. You really don't seem too well right now. I had a very long, very long and disappointing day. How bad could it be? Mikey, have you ever... No, you haven't. Is car shopping really that bad? Yes! How can it be so bad? Because of all the damn paperwork in the end. Really, that's the reason why you say car shopping is bad? Yes. It cannot be that bad. Oh, yes it is. Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Evidently, whoever did this decided to go all out. But a fire extinguisher as a grenade. What are you going to do? Are you serious? They can't throw me out for it. Is it supposed to explode? I have no clue. I mean, was it supposed to explode at all? As I said, no clue. Hey. This ship's got such a range on it.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Maintain current course while you scan for banana band.
Scan complete. You are cleared to land at New Atlantis.
I mean, seriously, today is just... What is wrong with today, Mike? I mean, you... Okay. Car shopping is not fun. At all. Well, you got online options like Carvana. Don't you mean Shaq Fauna? Oh yeah, he does those car commercials. Honestly, I think that's literally really degrading. I mean, he was a basketball player, and now, he's just a spokesperson for a car dealer.
Hey, what can I do for you?
It's work, man. What can you say? I would think they would have a bit more pride than that.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk, right? Okay, no problem.
Wow. They paid up nicely for that kill. Yeah, well, Dr. Bones was a pain in the ass. Right? Even Mini Bones. Especially with all the bones they collected. Wait, we got enough credits for it? Pretty much. Nice! So you're saying we're going to be fully armed, for once. I don't know if I would say fully armed, but we'll be armed. That is like one of the most gimmick gameplays, I guess. Please tell me it's fully done! Please tell me it is fully done. Almost, Mikey. What do you mean, almost? I mean, wait a minute, isn't that? Yeah, it's the evasive stealth drive. Wait, we had a stealth drive? We had a lot of things on this thing. Wait, we got something? Are you serious? Even that counted as a point? Guess. The micro-reactors installed, sir. Oh, very good, very good. That's all you're going to say is very good, very good? What do you expect me to say? I don't know, like, thank you? I mean, really? Do I not do enough? Mikey, what are you going on about? Well, I mean, do I not do enough for this team? Mikey, why are you beginning to sound like Michael? Because I want to joke around and mess with y'all. I do not sound like that. Yeah, you do. Do not. Do too. So, our ship is going to be fully loaded and ready to go? Pretty much is. I am surprised! So am I. Are we going to add any more to it? Nope.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving.
Oh. Are you okay? Oh. Why are you not okay? Because it's all the garbage I ate while I'm doing car shopping.
Hope you're fine. If it belongs on your ship.
You could not have been out all
please,
day
take a
looking
look.
for a car. Oh yeah, I was. And we didn't find anything noteworthy or something? we found something noteworthy, alright. Okay, okay. Just trying to figure this out because it's like... Oh, come on. You're not going to, like, pass out on us, are you? Depend, would you think it was would be cool? No. Then congratulations, Mikey, I won't be passing out on you. You have passed the test. Really? I passed the test? What the hell? Wait. What was the head test for? I'm messing with you. There was no test. And I missed my old job. Why do you miss your old job?
Appreciate the business.
Because the one thing I did in my last job, just to make sure that the new recruits weren't going to run around and just quit on me. Well, it was the idea that I was responsible for the training for most parts, and whenever I did train, I made sure we had recruits that wasn't going to just simply quit on us just because. Like how? Like, for example, if they basically were trying to make complaints about how they can't walk up the stairs or something like that, or stand in the elevator.
You need stuff? Take your time.
I pretty much just simply did, regardless, what I was supposed to do on a daily basis. I don't know whether if that's actually a good or bad thing. I'm confused on that one. I mean, I kind of have to agree with Mike on that one. Michael on that one, because it does sound you were like, I don't know, being an abusive asshole? Only to an extent. Oh. Okay, why does it feel like our eardrum is about to pop? More likely it is. Why won't it do it? Oh. Okay, there it goes. Wow. Where were you at? Up, down, and every which way around. And let me guess, your ear is readjusting to the pressure. Yeah. Typical. Dude, you try dealing with half the crap and tell me if you can actually stand it. Ah! Ah, it's not done. Oh. All you can do is move around the jaw, it loosens it up and has it clear out. Really? Try to yawn. Doing it, it's not doing anything. I mean, actually try to yawn.
Out there.
Why try to yawn? Because when you yawn, it stretches out your jaw, and your jaw literally actually impacts how the ear feels if it's literally about to pop or needs to pop.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Thing about the trade business? The Trade Authority has access to goods and services no one else does. Of course, of course.
I swear, the feeling almost feels like we got a worm eating in our ear. Mikey, I'm serious. Those things will eat out our brains if we're not careful. Mikey, you do realize that only happens. It doesn't just happen in movies. It happens in reality. If you let me finish, Mikey, it only happens after a person passes away. Yeah, that's what you think. And even then, the person isn't even around for that. So, why are you freaking out? because they still do it. Something tells me we're never going to get through to him on that one. Oh, okay.
Pleasure dealing with you.
Something to report?
I mean, seriously, though.
I hope don't mind me. Okay, then. Come on back.
This is like the dumbest anime they can do. Really, Mikey?
Welcome to Selena's Hardware. All right, take a look.
All that just... yeah, I know. And the bad part is he doesn't really sell anything good. Oh, it's a good thing we're just here for his money then. Right? Do we have anything we could just sell without... No, not the hammer. Fine. I'm actually surprised. About what, Mikey? They didn't sell the other thing. The other weapon. Man. Can the ear just pop already? It takes a while. Oh yeah, that reminds me. What? Ow! Intermission! We missed it. And today we're just doing 2 of them, so have at it, Mikey. Okay! Welcome to Mikey's infomercial commercial! Or infomercial corner, or... yeah, it's basically an infomercial skit. Friends, family. Are you feeling down in the dumps? You think that you can't just get through the day? Are you having a hard time seeing possibly the best outcome of the situation? Well, have I got the item for you? And the best part is, it doesn't require electricity, it doesn't require you to hook up to social media, it doesn't require you to literally have internet connections, or any term of agreement necessary whatsoever, other than 10 cents a month for the rest of your life, or for 100 years, whichever comes first. And the deal is... the 101 Prep Talk book. All the prep talk speeches that you could possibly read and possibly need to get through the day. Speeches like they're so classical as like, "You got this, kid," or "You definitely know what it takes, man," or "You can definitely win." Really, Mikey? Well, you didn't let me finish. There's also the speech from Rocky Balboa in the movie Rocky Balboa about how life is going to be throwing the meanest punches, whatever, and all that stuff. Okay, Mikey, you're borderlining on copyright there. Okay. I was just getting to the good part. Yeah. By the way, where's this book at? It's a work in progress. Uh-huh. A work in progress, you said. Yeah. And this is a book that contains all the best prep talk that can be given? Yep. Even ones from movies? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take the time to add the disclaimer that the infomercial corner is a skit and entertainment purposes only. Anything they attempt to advertise or sell is non-real and is just fictional. Okay, why did you have to say that? You have any idea how much of a lawsuit that's going to fire right back at us? In what way? Copyright. Are you serious? Yeah. Ripping scripts that literally say and literally prep talk and anything from any movie will literally be a copyright violation and we get in trouble. Really? Yeah, you mentioned Rocky Balboa. Yeah, well, oh. Tell me, Mikey, how much of that book was based on every prep talk that could ever be recorded in a movie? That's practically all it is after the first 3 chapters. Really, Mikey? Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad we literally covered the disclaimer.
I'm sure we can find something that suits you.
You know, the one show I really miss right now? What? Futurama. Dun 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 dun. Yep, I missed that show. Really? Why would you two miss a cartoon show like that? Because it was entertaining? But it was a cartoon show. And? You don't think that's a bit discerning? Nope. Let me guess, you absolutely like the show, don't you? Pretty much. Oh, I just had a very hilarious idea right now. I'm thinking the same thing, Mikey. Do we try to make it? Do we?
Giving us. I thought we had an agreement. But the fault is mine.
Really? He's going to try to guilt talk us about the situation? Yep. So why didn't we try to plant the olive tree in? Because we don't know if it's going to become an invasive species or not.
Bulk items may require multiple levels of approval and can take up to several weeks for an official response. We apologize for any delay.
We're trying...
Welcome to UC Distribution.
Talk to you.
Something I can do for you? Oh, well, certainly.
Hey. Man. Yeah. You remember that Budweiser commercial? 3 frogs going Budweiser. Oh yeah, I remember that show in the commercial. That show? Dude, half those commercials were so funny that they were better than the TV shows that would be on. True. And that just happened to be one of them, wasn't it? Yeah. Really? Yeah. You really thought that was actually 3 frogs just sitting around saying Budweiser was better than anything? Pretty much. Are you serious? Dude, do you have any idea how annoying half these shows can be on television these days? I mean, the commercials are about the only thing that really can't offend anybody at all. He's got a point. Oh, really? Yeah, really.
You're always welcome back, if you don't mind a bit of a wait.
I mean, seriously, some of them are better. Let's do that Budweiser commercial. Are you sure we wouldn't get in trouble for it? It's just one damn word. Seriously. I want to be Bud. And I want to be wiser if that's the case. That's both words, dummy.
I would never dream of selling substandard
Fine,
gear.
I take one.
Outland has standards, and yes, by all means, have a look.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Bud. Why, sir? That didn't sound quite right. Let's try it again. Bud. Why, Mikey, you take Bud. I take Bud. Why, sir? Damn, that's actually difficult than what I thought it was going to be. How can it be difficult than what we were thinking? I have no clue. Are we selling all the junk? Yeah. Excuse me. Damn, you don't seem to be doing too well.
Be careful out there.
Seriously, Mike, why do you feel lousy today? It's just that today was just really took its toll on me. I got a question. What? Not trying to be an ass, but do we always see the doctor? I mean, in reality. To be honest, no. And why not? Because straight up, I didn't think I would live this long. Really, that's your reason and excuse? Yeah. So you're not even considering it even now? Dude. Mike, you do realize your health is important. I mean, really, it's important. Go take care of it. Don't let it go to waste. I mean, seriously, don't let it go to waste.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband. And we're done. Enjoy Gagarin.
I mean, it just would be helpful, you know. Yeah, well. Which you'd swear would just be helpful, sometimes isn't. I'm pretty sure seeing a doc on a yearly or annually or even semi-annually basis is, in fact, helpful. Right. Excuse me. I mean, really. And we're not saying this just to be an ass, it's just... It would be nice to make sure you're good to go, you know?
Charting new exhaustion rate. Updating speed.
What can I do for you?
Nothing.
Security is usually good about keeping it straight.
If you're looking for something special, just ask. Plenty on offer.
Mike, what? Are you basically trying to punish yourself about something? What? Are you trying to punish yourself over something? Mikey, where did this exasperating question come from? Based on the notion that some people may actually hold a self-grudge and may actually try to punish themselves, basically. And I just want to be sure that there's no self-grudge being held. Mikey, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too worried about self-grudges. Really? Is there even a trade authority in this area? I don't think so.
Hey, keep your eyes open. Sounds like one of Reliant Medical's regular couriers has gone missing.
It's like you're not even, you know... What? You're not even here today. You're just not here. That's exactly the point. Ah. Whoa, wait, what? Is it just me, or do we not have enough power, Captain? I'm giving it all that she's got, dummy. I am not a dummy.
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land in Sidonia.
Damn. Man, today must be really tiring. Yeah, well, I only survived off from 5 hours of sleep. Really? Yeah. Why are you only surviving off from 5 hours of sleep? Is this a trick question? No, it's a legitimate question. Why just 5 hours of sleep? Because my day had to start with a whole damn car shopping thing? That reminds me, did we even get the new car? Not really, no. I'm stuck waiting till Friday for it to come in. Really? Yeah. Longer than that, actually. Is it at least a good car?
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times.
Me?
I don't know, there's... It just got to the point where I just want to get done and over with, which I guess could be the biggest mistake.
Hey, take your time, and ask me if you need any. Cool.
And just get
That's
rid
what we
of
do
the
here.
whole thing, pretty much. So, did we trade in the vehicle? Okay, explain. Oh, there was a trade-in, alright. By how much? Only 300. Are you freaking kidding me? Nope. Why did we get so little for... I mean, why? I quit questioning logic. So, let me get this straight. Despite, yeah, it's just crappy. So, wow, you really do sound disappointed today. Yeah, I am. Not gonna lie, I'm so disappointed about a lot of things today. You want to talk about it? That's just it, Mikey. We can talk about it over and over again, but it doesn't seem like it's getting through on any level.
This seemingly simple. Just because the governor's office is right there on the main level.
We got a lot of good stuff here. Take a look.
I mean, I'm sitting there thinking how I used to work security for about 2 decades for military-related sites, all that stuff. Pretty much, you know, at least doing some form to contribute protection, right? And at the end of such an illustrious little career, I pretty much lose the job because of some little jackass that didn't have balls to let me do my job like I'm supposed to do. I mean, was the guy really that bad? Dude, he literally targets anybody that he doesn't like and gets rid of them. Nobody even bothered to question whether or not I mean, it's like he keeps making up shit. I mean, one guy that he Gesundheit. Thank you. One guy he focused on getting rid of, he basically turned around and said he was suspended pending on investigation till further notice. And all because of a walker that got onto the facility. Well, was it justifiable? Nope. Virtually any and all lawyer looked at it and was like, no, that's not justifiable. What's even more so is while the guard was being punished that way, the individuals that pretty much sat there and helped the guy walk throughout the entire facility, and we're talking about key carded, by the way, Meaning, unless you were an employee, you weren't going to get anywhere on that facility. Well, they help him walk around the whole damn facility. Period. By the time that was done, and by the time they did that, guess what their punishment was? What? Just a week suspension. No full suspension indefinitely or anything like that. Just a week suspension. So, what happened to the guard? They kept him suspended for about 6 weeks. On the 6th week, he got tired of it because he wasn't getting paid for it. So he quit. And then when it came to my supposed suspension, they tried to do the same to me, but I made it clear to the company that I wasn't going to quit at all. So if you weren't going to quit at all, then what happened? About after 7 weeks, the company decided to let me go, claiming that I was unable to fulfill the whole investigation thing, despite how I actually put down for the appeal to get my clearance back. So, as I said, it was because of an asshole that doesn't give a shit about whether people were protecting the facility or not. Wow. Do they at least know that he's doing this shit? They know, but they just don't give a damn.
Right up front, then. Well,
probably Freemason on top of it.
What are you looking for?
I don't get the idea. What's the big deal about Freemason? Nothing. They're not worth it. Whatever they think they can provide support about, they're not worth it on the subject. Really, Mike? You're just going to say something like that right off the blue? Dude, I don't support Freemason crap whatsoever. As far as I'm concerned, such groups are the problems in this world half the time. So, you're not worried about whether if they may try to get a hold of Twitch and say, hey, can this guy? If they do, they only prove that I was right. That's the stupidity part about it. If that all of a sudden my account goes missing or something like that, they just prove that I was right. If all of a sudden I cannot literally make anything off this account at all, they only prove I was right. They only make anything. No. So you're not worried about whether if they can come back and say, hey, we're going to can your ass? Why should I be worried? Maybe because we would like to get somewhere on this thing? Dude. Worrying about it doesn't do a damn thing.
The services tech is the heart of the front.
And it doesn't do any good to worry about it.
We're asking anything I can help you with? Okay, no problem.
Oh, come on. So to you, it just doesn't make a damn bit of difference. Why should it? If those guys want to prove that they're just a pile of jackasses, all they're doing is just proving that they're a pile of jackasses. Nothing I say or do is going to change that. Even furthermore, the fact that if the SOP is in fact Freemason, and if it's a case of shaking hands with some little asshole just to get rid of me, then they overstep their bounds on the so-called idea of the universal laws. The what? Universal laws. The idea that all things are mine, that for every good there is an evil, that the law of balance, the law of ebb and flow, the law of the mind, the law of every little shitty thing. There's supposedly 7 of them, as it were. And as far as I'm concerned, if I lost my job because of their little activity, then they just violated those fucking laws, and it's only a matter of time before the shitty laws come right back on them for it. How the fucking hell do you know about those laws? Because those same damn laws were taught in the idea of ninjutsu. Wait, what? Yeah. They teach such things in ninjutsu? Yeah. Why would they teach such thing in ninjutsu? How do you think they literally can go about it? It's considered the universal mystic laws. Whatever. Besides, it doesn't even matter anyways. It kind of does. I mean, you're sitting here telling us we lost our jobs because of an asshole that should be removed from his job. Yeah, well. Odds are one day it's going to just simply remove him. What do you mean? Assholes like that don't stay alive for long. At least from my experience. You don't have like an accident plan for him, do you? Hell no. And I wouldn't need to plan the accident for him at all. Why would you sit there and say such a thing? Because again, such dumbasses usually do it to themselves. Doesn't take much. Can I be sure about something? What, Mikey? You're not planning on, well, eliminating him? As I said, Mikey, no point in even going that route. And what do you mean by that? I mean, seriously. It's only a matter of time before his own little cult eliminates him. Wait a minute. Wait, what do you mean, only a matter of time that his own little cult eliminates them? Just that. Only a matter of time before his own little cult eliminates him. Why would you know this shit? There's no point in even talking about it anymore. And even more importantly, why is it a big deal?
Noted. Auxiliaries posture degrades with increased carry weight.
If I may be so bold and honest, Mikey, please be bold and honest. Jerks like him pretty much literally end up screwing over everybody else without trying. Doesn't matter what part of the group he is, doesn't matter who the group is. If he just doesn't like people, he'll end up screwing over everybody else. With that being said in mind, more likely, whatever group he's a part of is more likely going to get onto him and either one, tell him to straighten his shit out, or two, be ready to face consequences. That's generally how damn cults work anyways. You're saying he's a part of a cult? That's the way I view the Freemasons and any other damn old group like that. It's just some damn cult system that really shouldn't even exist. So, you really think that shit? I mean, the whole idea that something's trying to take over the world, all that stuff, could, as I said, Mikey, it's best off never to act like that it couldn't happen. Okay? All it takes is just the wrong group of people getting together, and then you have that low recipe for disaster. So you really think there is a good chance? There's always a good chance of it, Mikey. That's the sad part about it. And you're not concerned that that same group may try to do something to us? Again, they do. They only prove that I was right. That's all it boils down to. Let me ask this clearly. Are you not concerned about the possibility, I don't know, of somebody trying to kill you? Okay, Michael, let me ask you this. If there was a good chance that you could end up dead tomorrow, out of the blue, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? If it was to happen, would you really want to go out with the idea that you end up dead for no reason? Or dead because there was a reason behind it? I much prefer not being dead. Period.
Aquila City's always hopping.
And this is the real question, Michael. Why are you so concerned about whether if we could be dead, fail, what?
Hey, what can I do for you? Sure, have at it.
Maybe because of the fact that it doesn't help us in the long run? Or maybe because of the fact that in the end you're actually a coward. Let me put you this way. There was an interview that was held with McAfee's. Wait, the computer security company? Yes, the program security company. He was speaking in an interview about how he donated computers to the US government, but had a backdoor installed on the computers. And because of that backdoor, he found out some of the government's deepest, darkest, dirty little secrets, pretty much. Including the Epstein files. And when he tried to tell the news reporter about it, the news reporter said, "We're going to omit that because we got family and friends that we need to protect." Oh. Now here's the problem. That same news reporter, if you were to tell her that there's literally this rock and a hard place scenario, and what I mean literally this rock and a hard place scenario, you tell her that, yeah, that on one aspect, she could end up dead for not telling the truth. And then you got the other aspect, where she could end up dead for telling the truth. Okay. Now, the question is here, which side does she choose on that one? Either way, she's going to go out. Either way, they're going to take her out. Either way, they're not going to let her just simply tell the truth in one aspect, and in another way, she's pretty much not going to be around if she doesn't tell the truth. I don't get it. The point I'm trying to make, Mikey, those that often stay silent about something are the ones that are easily picked off. Are you serious? Yeah. There's a difference between knowing when to be silent and knowing when to actually speak up. And you're not concerned that we may not know exactly when to speak up or anything like that? Let me put it to you this way. If I get picked off the next day, all they do is prove me right. That's all they do. It's just prove me right at that rate. And at that rate, they literally demonstrate how they lack the common sense not to prove somebody right. So, let me be sure I got this straight. You're not worried about whether if they'll try to bury the hatchet on me or something like that, or try to put me on a dirt nap? Haven't you guys ever heard of the saying that there's far more things worse than death?
Need some work done? Okay, no problem.
Yeah, and what could possibly be far more worse than
Sure.
death?
How about it?
There's a lot of things that can be far more worse than death. Like?
I'm sure you can find something you like.
For most people, it's their family. For most people, it's their dreams being lost altogether. Okay, and your point is? I already had the worst thing that could happen to me than death. And what's that? Having my dreams taken away. Having my hopes shattered. And to this day, I literally wish that I can go back in time and change the events that have unfolded that took those dreams away. Mike, What? You can't let her do this to you.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Sure, have at it.
Mikey, I'm 43. No family. Of my own. I was a successful security officer that eventually was site lead, and then I lose my job because of some little bitch from such a little group that don't even know their own damn little limits, that pretend that their little god actually is worth something when he's nothing but a fucking little imp demonstrating parlor tricks in the back of a corner, some rundown bar. Oh. I mean, that's the one messed up thing about cults, is that they really reveal just exactly how weak-minded the person is. How much they lack personal strength, development, understanding. Let me put it to you this way, Mikey. The real threats behind cults isn't whether if they actually have power or not. It's the fact of the people that are stupid enough to give them power. That's the real threat behind cults. Is this number of people that are so stupid to be so willingly to be recruited to such groups. Instead of thinking for once that they had the power to do a lot more with their lives, instead of just giving in to any group or anything that claims to be a god. This coming from the guy that has his own religious beliefs? I'm kind of left questioning. I mean, don't you believe in God yourself? The difference between me and believing in a god and the idiots that believe in what they call a god, and I'm referring to the ones that literally join those groups just to sit there and say, oh, we do this to discipline ourselves, we do this. Those idiots basically believe in something that literally isn't a god, but only somebody that was able to perform a parlor trick that they themselves couldn't do. And that's all it took for them to be convinced that it was a god. Okay? So what if their so-called god demands that you be, like, terminated? If their god is going as far as to demand that the person be terminated just because they're speaking their mind, then it literally demonstrates how damn weak their god is. Because as far as I'm concerned, a real god wouldn't have a problem with a person being able to speak their mind freely. Damn. And there we may be put on a hit list without even knowing about it. I'm not worried about it. As I said, there's worse things than death itself. I mean, feeling like that you're walking this life without a purpose is one of those worst things. You got purpose. mean, it may not be clear what your purpose is, but you got a purpose, man. Just a matter of a case of finding out what it is. Oh, damn.
Lowering strength variable.
Well, he ever... Did he seriously? Yes, he did. I mean, heck, when I try to write a book about the idea of men in black. Really? You try to write a book about the men in black? Yeah, and about UFOs. What happened? I was remembering how at one point I thought if I do write a book about the men in black and do write about UFOs, I was sitting there thinking about what if they ever showed up at my doorstep and actually tried to threaten me not to write about it. Let me guess, you were ready for them. Dude, it's called a reverse Uno for a reason. And that reverse Uno is the fact if they showed up at my door. Whenever you have that laugh, it's usually because you basically have something. That's just it. What I would have had is them admitting that they existed. Really? That's just all it boils down to. This little game of cloak and daggers. The only time that anybody has any strength is when they're able to maintain, and I will repeat, maintain their secrecy. But the moment somebody can actually counter them and actually cause them to lose their secrecy is the moment they more likely won the game. You consider this a game when your wife's at stake? Michael, why do you think my wife would be at stake? Oh, I don't know. Maybe there's a good chance that they could try to do something, that it could come back on you, and what for? Again, it all boils down to the fact that all they did was just prove me right. I mean, these little systems just can't go on and pretend that literally doing such a behavior that can literally jeopardize their little whole organization isn't going to backfire on them. They can't. It's either they literally turn around and literally learn how to tone it down, let Earth and nature take its course in some cases, and pretty much stop trying to play like that their little deity they worship. That's nothing more than a little imp sitting in the back of a bar performing parlor tricks. It literally boils down to the simple fact that if they can't figure out how to tone down their behavior, yeah, karma and shit is going to come right back on them.
Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
And what I mean it's going to come right back on them. It doesn't matter what they literally worship or try to pretend it literally controls whatever. It doesn't. You want to know why? Because if their little karma system was about the idea of saying, oh, as long as we let people know it's the poison apple, we don't get anything coming back on. Okay, great, that's fine. But let's face it, that same rule applies to the people that are tired of just having nothing but a poison apple as an option to buy. By definition of that, they know full well that there is going to be a revolt. And then yet they still keep on literally doing the same action over and over again. The law of karma always corrects itself in the end. And by definition of it correcting itself in the end, it doesn't matter how you word it. It doesn't matter if you let the other person know, hey, you're about to commit self-harm. We're not going to be held liable for it. It does not matter. Karma will come straight back on the jackass that literally pretends that they can manipulate it. And when it does, that jackass has nothing to really say about it, because they knew full well they were in the wrong the entire time, which is the reason why they tried their damnness to literally manipulate the system. Damn. And the worst part about it is, if it's not people that are willing to revolt against such a thing or such system, then it's more likely nature will step in and create a mutant to deal with such a system. And they know full well that that can happen. And when I mean they know full well that could happen, well damn, I wonder why the heck that little Bill Gates spent so much in trying to create COVID-19. You really think he made that shit? Dude, I've been sick with the worst case scenarios, and I can tell you right now, there was nothing effing natural about that damn virus. Nothing. You really think that virus was? Yes. Okay. Just as long as we're on the same page about that subject. Now I'm just left questioning, what do you mean by mutant? Somebody that literally adapted and got over their damn little virus. Somebody that literally developed and literally reverted back to originally how humans were developed. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? In the past, when we were basically just crawling out of the mud, human beings had the ability to rapidly heal. They didn't just have the ability to rapidly heal, but they also had the ability, and believe it or not, this is what it's based, what the whole research of literally regenerating teeth is based off from. They had the ability to straight out regenerate teeth. You mind repeating that again? You heard right. Humans had the ability to regenerate and regrow new teeth. Our ancestors from prehistoric had such an extraordinary resilience. That wasn't even funny. And yet, somehow, we ended up reversing somehow. But the end result, creating these alternate genetic modificational viruses, literally creating half the crap that they're creating, they don't even realize that there's a good chance they may be triggering off mutations left and right to literally deal with half that crap. And to literally respond to that crap. You mind literally clarifying for it, because I'm a bit confused here, because let me put you this way, when COVID-19 hit, I really didn't want to go for the blasted vaccine at all. I was so against getting the vaccine. But, of course, job, threat, loss, whatever. And now that I did lose the job, well, let's face it, It doesn't matter whether if I get the damn vaccine or not anymore, now does it? If my guarantee in keeping my job is not protected, then what's the freaking point? I mean, it's the idea that you do so much for a society, only to be treated like a piece of crap in the end. I mean, I've done so much that I could. And the bad part about it is, after I even got the blasted vaccine, I still went full-blown COVID. I mean, that's how I know the damn thing was engineered. I don't get it.
There's a bit more.
How
If you
could
don't see what you want, feel... Oh, please, take a look.
How can it be engineered? Explain that. Because COVID is nothing more than another strand of all the other COVIDs that existed beforehand. The only thing is, though, it had to be mutated because of COVID-19. It only existed because of every other COVID. And if we had every other form of COVID, COVID 1, COVID 2, COVID 3, whatever, if we had all those other COVID, then why the hell did we have such an issue with COVID-19? There shouldn't be any issues whatsoever. The human's body should have already adapted fully to the next COVID, no matter what. I mean, prime example, cowpox. Okay, what about cowpox? Louis Pasteur. The guy that invented vaccines? Yeah. How do you think he literally got rid of cowpox? He got rid of it based on the fact that most people that hang around chickens would end up with chicken pox. So eventually, at that rate, he decided to come up with a brilliant idea of purposely infecting individuals with chicken pox before going near cowpox, because he observed and noticed that the chicken pox individual didn't, in fact, end up with cowpox afterwards. Okay, and basically he used a reference. He used a reference form of the genetics.
Recommending increasing. Resistant weight training auxiliary.
Wait, that is bullshit. So, yeah, I just realized that too. So what you're stressing here at is that in all logic, that virus couldn't just be natural at all. Not when the idea of how the principle of vaccines were originally invented literally argues that the thing couldn't be manufactured. I mean, the original thought of vaccines, when they first came out, it was based on using referenced viruses, as we'll put it, to literally act and countermand the problems. And then yet, for some odd reason, when it came to COVID-19, all the viruses we were already familiar with and had did not reference like it should. And that's the real thing that gets me, just literally leaves me questioning what the hell is going on. So you're saying that based on the basic logic about vaccines and how they were originally produced, You can't tell me that that virus is not being produced in a lab. Especially when I'm used to literally a lot of the viruses that are out there. He's got a point, I guess. Mikey, he's just ranting on. There's no point to it. Tell me, Michael, if there's no point to it, then why are you afraid of the guys that literally, I don't know, you claim could literally just shut our Twitch account down? If there's no reference to it. If it's just rambling. If it's just rampaging. I just find it so damn annoying, though, that so many people would be so stupid to join a cult.
This thing has seen better days, hasn't it?
It's freaking brand new! Hey, guess what? The Millennium Falcon 2 at that rate. The ship is absolutely brand new. Millennium Falcon was a piece of junk. Mikey, you
Yeah. You'll be scared.
You missed the joke on that one.
Please keep moving.
So you literally think that basically... I mean, he does got a good point, Michael. Why are you afraid of the... That's all preposterous. Besides, if anything, I expect all of a sudden my blasted feed to be cut or rerouted, to be honest. Or even my game to crash.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere? It's because they have little outposts.
It's cliche. If there's something you need, no matter. That depends. If you have a ship, we frequently post. Check them out. Of course, of course.
So, the curious question I have to ask here. Ask away, Mikey.
The Trade Authority appreciates your visit.
If you see any heat leeches, you've got our permission.
Well, I'm trying to figure out a good wording for it. Oh yeah. What are you referring to an imp performing parlor tricks at a corner bar for? Because supposedly the Freemasons literally worship the fucking devil. And the fact that they're so stupid to agree and say that, oh, he's this powerful, when the reality is he's just performing parlor tricks in a corner bar. You serious? Let me put you this away. I don't know of a single god that would be afraid of any human being to have power at all. I mean real power. I mean power like Superman. I mean power like a Viltrumite. Hell, I even mean power like a Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Warrior. But him, oh, he's afraid of it. Because he knows that if such a thing actually did existed, people wouldn't literally believe in him at all. In the way that he wants them to believe. Okay. I'm kind of confused. Think about it, Mikey. Okay. Think
Please,
about what?
If you experience any issues in your dealings with the distribution
Mikey,
center,
if I have
let
to
us know.
explain it,
We're
I'll
always
be
striving
delving
to
a bit
improve.
in biblical territory,
Welcome to
and you
UC
know you don't
Distribution.
like biblical
Something
territory.
I can do for you?
Okay, I'll indulge
well,
just
certainly.
this once. Explain. Biblically, the reason why Lucifer got his ass kicked out of heaven in the first place is because he pretended and believed that he was better than God and that he deserved to be God. Okay? With that being said, Mikey, it means that ever since he got his butt kicked out, he's been trying to play God. Oh. And the problem is, if God was capable of kicking his butt out of heaven in the first place, guess what that means? He's really not that powerful then. Exactly. Got it. So now I see why you were... Wait, then how powerful would God be at that rate? I mean, kicking somebody's butt out of a club is one thing, but, Mikey, imagine, if you will, for a second, a speck of dust. Okay? That speck of dust is our mortal realm. Our own world, okay? That's us, pretty much. Our coil existence, our mortal coil existence. That's what that speck of dust is, okay? Okay? Now, the idea of eternity and the probability and possibilities of all of what can happen and whatever, I will put it to you this way. The size of Earth, or even Saturn, or even Jupiter, does not justify the extent of infinity. But it will give somewhat of a fragment consideration of what infinity is when you compare a speck of dust to a planet the size of Jupiter. Okay. Wait, are you saying that... I'm saying that when it comes to the idea of literally equating the devil's power to God, if we were to try to... Yeah, the devil's power is that speck of dust, while Jupiter is pretty much right there. Just being a placeholder. That's basically all it is. But, of course, that's if I was to literally waste time preaching. So, wow. Okay, now, when thinking of it that way, yeah, now I can see why you referred to the devil as an imp just performing parlor tricks. Exactly. I mean, if you were to talk about power level, and if we were to literally say that his power level was a speck of dust versus the idea of an actual God's power level, which is actually more powerful than Jupiter, the size of Jupiter, yeah, I can see why you referred to him as that. Clear as day. I got a question. I don't mean to pry, but do you believe in the idea of the Holy Spirit and all that stuff and accepted him and all that? Yeah, I do believe in the Holy Spirit, and yes, I did accept him. Okay? I accepted Christ a long time ago, but I'm not getting into that. Okay. So, I'm not here to preach it to anybody. If that's what you're about to get to. Then why even talk about it? Because it annoys me. It annoys me that whenever I literally hear people talk about how they joined this cult and that their lives improve and all that stuff, I'm just thinking how they may be misled, misguided, and literally have no freaking clue as to what's going on. Okay, that's a fair point. I mean, a really fair point. But, okay, now I got a question a bit. What? Aren't you supposed to, like, trying to convince people to join your little belief or something like... I'm not going to do that. Okay, why not? Because that's not my place in life. At all. And to be honest, I'll straight up say this clear as day, and I don't mean this with intentions of blasphemy or anything like that, but I will say that this is one of the things where basically it literally becomes difficult to try to literally follow through with the idea of any form of preaching in any sense, when half the times I hardly feel like I have anything to preach about. Meaning, look at my life, Mikey. My life is a total mess and total chaos. And I resulted to being multi-personality. Even furthermore, the way I look at it, I mean, come on now. If God really wanted me to do one thing or another, why doesn't he just let some of my life go the way I want it to go? I mean, you wanted her and she didn't choose you. Not just that, Mikey, I wanted her to realize the truth. The truth was, I was no threat, I just... Now it's just all messed up. Damn, that's a lot of boxes. You really had to make this many boxes. Don't get me wrong, I'm letting you have your boxes, okay? Even though I hate the idea that you sort the hell out of them, but still, I'm letting you have your boxes.
Reminder. Run comparative analysis of Delta units and auxiliaries. Strength level.
Okay, better question now I have. Really, Mike? Cole, I mean, seriously? Hang on. Can I at least ask this? What, Michael? Right now, if you could do anything, what is it that you would want to do? Matter of fact, better question is, what have you done in the past to cope with such misery? I mean, when you literally turn around and was shut down by the gal you wanted to be with. As ridiculous as it sounds, carry out a research and trying to create a perfect human race or something like that. Really? Yeah. In order to create my own little alien race. What for? Oh yeah, that's right, Mikey. You have no idea. Well, I am kind of curious. Sci-fi. I enjoy watching sci-fi shows about other alien races. how they appear to be cool or better than us at times, and I just think about how I wish I could create my own little alien species. Straight out better than humans, straight out better than anything else. One species I actually was fond of is the Nietzscheans, off from Andromeda. What the hell is a Nietzschean? They're basically genetically enhanced human beings. Ah. So why not be a Nietzschean? What? If they're genetically enhanced human beings, that means they're still human beings. So why not be Nietzschean? Do you have any idea how crazy you're sounding right now, or how ridiculous you're sounding? Well, I'm just simply asking, simply because of the fact that, if anything, if you're miserable being human, why not be another species? Now you're beginning to sound like I'm not even going to bother. Hold on, hear me out. You said these beings were genetically engineered human beings, did you not? Yeah, but that's given the fact that they had time to genetically engineer and time to actually do a process called eugenics. So what? So they were still human beings at one point. Just the same way as what was that one ridiculous movie? The Titan was a human being at one point. The entire point I'm trying to make, even though they're just science fiction, made up, they're a goal. It's basically what I'm trying to say.
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo. Scan complete. Welcome to Mars. You are cleared to land in Sidonia.
Michael, you do realize I need to go take care of the dog for a moment. Yeah, explosives, I'm going to take you out, okay? like you want to go out, but then yet you go out when you're trying to go out. What gives, man? Is it your way of trying to tell me to calm down? That's what it is. Alright. Well, let me ask you this. What if I don't want to calm down? Okay, back to what we were discussing again. Why not become a Nietzschean? Or try to become a Nietzschean? You do realize we're talking about the fact that I need a genetic modification equipment and all that stuff. And even then, that means even appropriate dieting. Completely. What diet? You're practically on budget meals that are filled with rice and anything else that you can throw in rice. I say go for it. You do realize what they are, right? No, I'm gonna admit that I don't. But I don't care. And why not? Because if it makes you feel better, why not? Because I also have to face reality. And the reality is, they were once human, were they not? Let me ask this. What's an American? What's an Albanian? What's a Turkstanian or Turk? An Iranian? Jewish, Catholic, Christian, what are they? A name and a faction is all it boils down to. So you may not be genetically modified, but the idea of literally doing better and literally actually trying to improve a human race in a way that can actually be developed, that's still there. The idea of self-improvement constantly is still there. The idea of developing beyond what human can possibly do and performing at peak performance of what human can do, that's still there. You do realize that the way their culture is built up. Yes, I'm aware that supposedly Nietzscheans are warlike beings. Sounds like my kind of race. But I'm also aware that supposedly such race were actually designed with the idea of literally being emotionally suppressed, are they not? About the only thing that separates a human being from a Nietzschean is just the bone blades that the Nietzschean have in their forearms. That's not the only thing. Oh, really? You're going to sit there and say their extended life cycle of 300 years? You're going to sit there and say most of the genetic problems that the humans had that they literally filtered out through basically focused breeding? That's just it, Mike. Focused breeding. That's where it starts. Maybe you're not a Nietzschean full-blooded, but it doesn't stop the next offspring from being one. It doesn't stop the future offsprings from being one. It doesn't stop anyone from being one. It's only a matter of case of when one generation starts becoming one. Let's review for a second, Mike. You always believed in the idea that the problem that society faced is the fact that they become too reliant on their own governments, their own leaders, their own little process, where you believe that if a person stopped becoming reliant and actually focus and work on themselves and develop, that's when they become better. That's when they become a better society, a better member that contributes to society. All that, right? Isn't that the Nietzschean's focused belief there too? You believe that if a person learns to actually physically develop an adaptation to environments, to be stronger, to be better, than all that stuff. You believe that's crucial and important in the idea of space exploration and all that. Is that not what Nietzsche's thought about? You may want to tell everybody what they think is a weakness. Oh, obesity being a weakness? Is that what you're referring to? Or the fact that, and dare we say, that Nietzscheans don't exactly favor gays? Wait, they don't? No, they consider gays to be weak because it doesn't literally establish the appropriation for future generations. Yeah. Same thing with trans. They view that these little issues that, well, that occur, they view that if a person's choosing to be trans, that they're genetically inferior. If they believe that if a person chooses to be gay, they're genetically inferior. Yeah. So, I would be ostracized as a race and be viewed as what? Homophobe? Transphobe? Those phobes? I don't see how. All you're doing is focusing on preserving the genetic superiority of the human race, not turning around and try to dilute it or drown it out. Your case, it's actually based in scientific reasons why you don't hang with them or vibe with them. You don't do it because of hatred, you do it simply because of the fact that it doesn't exactly benefit the one thing that you're focused on. You're focusing on making human beings better. You're focused on making an alien race. We're kind of literally crossing in a territory that could be misconstrued if you think about it. I mean, some would judge it that way. No, Mikey, it wouldn't turn out that way if you're thinking what I'm thinking you're thinking. What, that can be the similar thing about World War II? Nietzscheans wouldn't resort to it because they wouldn't think of it basically necessary. Then what would they do? When it comes to gays or trans in a Nietzschean culture, all they would do is pretty much exile them, or not even mate or breed with the individual that literally may possess the genetic, well, thing. I thought it was a choice. The problem is you got gays and trans that sit there and try to tell people that's a hardwired thing in the brain. Ah. Okay, so... And even furthermore, science actually got through confirming that a lot of... Excuse me. A lot of the person's sexual behavior is actually transmitted genetically. Or passed down genetically. Oh, okay. Yeah. So... they would exile the person, like not talk to them or something. No, not like that, no. Then what would they do? They would just simply avoid breeding with the individual that may have the genetic gene involved. In short, they would be the last choice individuals to breed with. And given the fact that basically Nietzscheans and Andromeda series based everything off from Darwin theories and all that stuff, well, what? If they're basing it off from animalistic behavior and all that stuff, most of the inferiors individuals, or basically Omega and Gammas, are just left to actually take care of the children, pretty much. Really? Yeah. Same thing with the idea of gorilla behaviors. Wait, what? In wolf pack and gorilla behaviors, the alpha male basically has their first choice in female. Usually would have like a pride of nearly 10 females on top of it, which is exactly the same practice in Nietzschean culture. Really? You mean like 10 wives? That sounds like my alien race. No wonder you favor them. Mikey, that's not a good idea. And why not? I mean, come on. 10 females, 1 guy. Come on, how is that not a good idea? It's not a good idea because most times Nietzscheans end up with about 20 children. Holy shit. Yeah, Mikey, I think we may want to, reconsider that idea, don't you? 20 kids? Yeah. As in 20 babies? Yeah. Crying? Yep. Wow. How are we going to take care of that many kids? That's basically the thing. In Nietzschean culture, any of the women that are not exactly selected for breeding, and any of the guys that cannot choose a woman to breed with, as it were. In short, any of the non-alphas. Well, not even the non-alphas, but pretty much anything from basically... I forgot which level it was, but... let's just say that if they're not at the top rank for breeding, they're pretty much put into servitude. Really? Yeah. They would care for the children, they would care for the elderly, pretty much that route. While the alphas pretty much train, go to war, all that stuff. Okay. Again, sounds like my favorite species now. Or race. Wait a minute. But World War II, didn't you know who tried to practice that? If you're talking about the bad guy, yes, he did. Then why did he think he needed to slaughter so many people? That's based on a propaganda BS. Wait, you're saying it not? No, it did happen, but what I'm referring to is that it was based on the notion that he was trying to say that he needed space, that he needed land, and he blamed, well, the current occupants. Oh. Yeah. Okay. That makes more sense now. The only difference is with Nietzscheans, that's not the case. If done correctly, it won't be the case, that's for sure. Then what would the case be? The case would be genetic exile, as in they're basically not anybody with a DNA that may be associated with it, or anybody that may have a family member that may have the sexual behavior would not be fit to breed. So in other words, they would just be genetically exiled. That's exactly what I was trying to say, yes. Okay. Interesting.
Welcome to Free Star Space.
I mean, I don't see how that's homophobe, or any phobe. You got people that argue that will sit there and say it's because they're afraid it may happen or occur in the next generation. Okay. Survival of the fittest demands that there is no fear in that whatsoever. It's just that it's not... It's just that it's literally demanded that you literally have to select the individual that's willing to appropriate appropriately. Yeah, well, they don't say it that way. I can't believe that whole entire thing with the, you know, the display pulled the stunt that it pulled. Yes! I mean, why on our ship, on the other ship that's doing the whole ammo thing? I don't know. All I can think of is that maybe the case that the ammo may actually be a totally different entity to it. Really? Yeah.
You need something? You got the money. Or the goods.
I say we do it.
Alright, buzz off. Busy.
Seriously, Mikey? I really do. I mean, Michael does have a point. Scary about it is that it's only a matter of case of whether where you choose to start or wait until the next generation. It literally boils down to that. And I say we start now. Do you even have an idea of how it's all supposed to work out? No, I don't think he does. I think he's more focused on the idea of seeing if he can nail 10 females in a bedroom. There's nothing wrong with the ambition, man. I mean, seriously, bring on the honeys.
If you don't see what you... Come on in, please. If you don't see it, you don't need it.
Mikey? Look. We're batting next to nothing. Okay? I mean, that's a clear thing right now. We're batting next to nothing, got nothing to lose. And, well, that one gal kind of literally screwed you over for no real reason other than selfish intent. I say we do it. Get her to realize that she turned down an alpha. Yeah, whatever. You're just insane. Dude, we're not insane. You're insane. We're just in it for the ride. And honestly, at this rate, if you think about it, when your other personalities are turning around saying you're insane, and they're telling you that we're just in it for the ride, you may actually want to consider actually going and seeing a psychiatrist just to be sure that you're not completely going insane. What? Mikey, what you just said pretty much gave me freaking goosebumps on that one. I mean, really. Not surprised. There is a hint of logic behind it. Besides, you're thinking you're just going to be the only one of your race, aren't you? Mike, let me ask this. Who do you got with you right now? No one. Who do you got backing your back? No one. Who's in your side corner literally saying, go for it, go for it? Us! No, Mikey, no one. I mean, we're just two personalities in his head locked in here. Have no choice to literally actually be here. Or choose not to be here. We don't have that choice. Okay. My point is this. If you already got no one as it is, then why worry about whether if you're going to have someone down the road when you make a decision? Especially a decision whether to create your own little alien race or not. Why worry about it? What, you're afraid that people are going to think you're nuts? Yeah, that's kind of a hard sell right there, especially considering we're already nuts. Well, he's nuts, we're just along for the ride. Exactly, we're just along for the ride. He's the one that's completely in charge of the steering wheel the entire time. But the point is, if you want to create your own little species, your own little alien race, and name it Nietzschean, then go for it. Don't just sit there and wait until you have everybody else's approval. Just don't. Because if you're sitting there waiting for somebody else to approve it, guess what? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because they don't see the reason to approve it. They don't see the reason for it to be developed. They don't see the reason to push for it. But if you give them the reason, you show them that there's a reason to push for it, others will follow. I mean, look at the idiots that literally join cults that you literally point out. The only difference is, if you're thinking that, oh, well, you're talking about just starting another cult, great idea. The very same problem that we've been having and dealing with. Here's the difference between what you're calling a cult and what I'm saying may actually be a viable species. You're actually telling people to actually think for themselves for once. Something that scares a lot of people. You're telling people to actually develop on their own, to stand on their own. Don't wait for the government to approve things that they know that they should have approved a long time ago. Oh, that's perfect! Really, Mikey? Look where Delta is. Oh, that is perfect. Good boy, Delta. Okay, question. What makes you think we won't turn into Terran Armada at that rate? Terra Armadas are dumbasses. You're not. Excuse me.
Some items
that was
in
a good one,
inventory
by the way.
Irrelevant. Recommending disposal to decrease carry weight.
Shut it, Delta. The entire point I'm trying to make, Mike. We're already on the ropes as it is. You've been punching, hitting, kicking, screaming, yelling even at the top of your lungs, and still haven't been able to make a dent. In short, Mike, it's not the looks, it's not the traits, hell, it's not even the strength or anything like that. It's literally the approach. And so far, the approach hasn't been going well. So change the approach. guys are thinking, you guys literally are thinking in some sense like it's going to convince her, I guess. No, we're not. We're not thinking it's going to convince her. We don't even care if it convinces her. She had her chance. She messed up. She lost. Move on. And here you keep telling me to try to catch it all. Catch them all. Here's the difference. I say that in the sense if you're trying to go after a rare Pokemon. But now that I know exactly which gal it is that you're trying to go after, I can tell you one thing clear as day. She ain't no freaking rare Pokemon. You wanna know why she's not a rare Pokemon? Do you? She baby trapped a dude. Rare Pokemons don't need to baby trap a dude. Rare Pokemons know that they can get a dude no matter what. Rare Pokemons know that it's not going to be always through, well, you know, the fun sport that every man and woman does in the bedroom. They know that's not that gets the guy. But if she's sitting there thinking, oh, well, hey, it's the fun sport that's going to keep him married to me. It's the idea that I baby trap him that will make sure that he's married to me. If she's thinking like that, she ain't no rare Pokemon. At all. You do realize people are going to think of it, what you're saying is hateful, right? Don't care. They're not the ones dealing with the problem. You are. And even though technically we're in it for the ride, we still have to deal with it because you're dealing with it. And the point is, if she's just going to sit there and act like any common Pokemon that you can walk around and find on the grass, then what's the point? She's already defeated. She's already gone. She's already literally down for the count. I mean, all she is literally one of the Pokemons that's owned by the kid that you literally already out-leveled long time ago, and let's face it, you face the kid off, man, you just want to feel bad about it simply because you kicked the kid's butt halfway from Timbuktu to here to New England. At that rate, there's no point in feeling bad about the decision of saying, you know what, it's over. No point in feeling bad about it. It would be one thing if there was a reason to feel bad about it, but if she's going to keep choosing to say, oh no, the other guy was a lot better, that's why I baby trapped him, guess what? Get over it. Go Nietzschean. Go Saiyan. Go whatever. I mean, you're already an outcast as it is. You know what, guys? I'm beginning to think I should take your advice and go see a psychiatrist at this rate. What? Because we actually make sense about the subject? How did we end up with a bounty? It's because of that one damn group of farmers. Oh. Besides, the way it sounds, with you being the start of the Nietzschean, I'm pretty sure the whole race is going to follow in the idea of, in the general idea of not just being taken by a con man. I mean, that's the way you're making it sound like. And besides, if that's going to be a Nietzschean ship, I'm going to say the race is a badass race at this rate. Capable of war, but sitting in peace. What? Premises of my belief. I don't understand. The fact that I practice Bushido along with the idea of Christianity. One meditative thought I literally keep in mind is that I'm capable of war, but I choose to sit in peace.
Good day. This is what I have at the moment.
Okay, what is that supposed to mean exactly? It means I don't choose to let anybody just cause me to start a fight no matter what. It means I don't just simply fight for whatever stupid reason. Okay, I can dig it, I guess. You never did say what Novagard was. Reality-wise, it was supposed to be for the idea of a security company. Fictional-wise? Fictional-wise, an elite special forces unit for space operations. So Nietzschean Novaguards. Really, Mikey? Why not? Damn. What? I gotta check to make sure that my boxes didn't freak out. Okay, they didn't freak out. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Oh, there's the bathroom. Surprised that that actually survived. Okay, I was about to ask, where's the bathroom in here, but I can see it now. So we have a kitchen in here. Do they have a kitchen in here? No. What do we have here? I say go for it. What else do you have to lose? I mean, you already lost your dreams. My guess is you're pretty much in the financial shitter. I mean, what's there left to lose? They didn't seem to bother to think that, hey, you take more from a guy or take what's left of a guy, that he's going to snap. I swear, you're just literally trying to encourage him on the idea that, yes, I am. I'll admit, I'm hoping. Mikey, you do realize that they even do genetic testing to be sure that they're not infected, right? Well, at least we're making sure that we don't have to worry about that. God damn it. What? I forgot to go sell crap. So, when are we going for the bone blading plant? You know, Mikey, that's one good thing about Nietzscheans is that they actually think strategically and tactically. Meaning, bone blade implant, no go.
What? Why?
Simply because if we got handcuffed, those things would be an advantage for cops to use.
Oh.
And then there's the idea that if we try to literally travel from one place in the world to another place in the world, we would be banned from flights simply because of the fact that they can be considered as a weapon. Ow. And then there's the idea of how cops may respond to us, trying to tell us to put the things down when we can't, and they may shoot us. Ow.
I've already been put on another job.
Okay. Then there's the idea of trying to simply sleep at night. What do you mean, sleep on at night? If I remember correctly, we found ourselves sleeping on our arms every now and then. Meaning we could wake up finding that we had serrated edges cut into the skin. Ow. Okay. So, yeah, maybe they are a disadvantage. Yeah.
I was looking forward to them.
Just trying to survive one more day.
Already I have a mouth to feed. Here. I had my doubts about buy what you need and leave.
Dude, you're missing something. What? You're forgetting to sell crap as you buy crap. Ah, crap. Please tell me Nietzschean culture at least have better buildings than this.
I don't need any free drinks from you.
You know, that's funny. About the only thing that's ever shown of Nietzschean culture was just their ships. Were they good-looking ships? They would actually need a real ship designer.
That bad?
Yep.
Looks like my wares have been tried, and feel free to buy them all. No one else is using them.
Okay, one good question for a second. What disadvantages would a Nietzschean have? The fact that they're a bit unruly.
Wait, what?
Just that, they're unruly. In short, they really... About their only real discipline is the fact that they actually maintain their, well, physical prowess, training, all that. They're basically regimental when it comes to training, but when it comes to the idea of their culture in general, society and all that stuff, Their genetic superiority acts as basically the hierarchy in the whole system. But one of the biggest drawbacks that they run into is that they often fight amongst themselves so much that's not even funny.
Really?
Yeah. So, that's their biggest disadvantage. If they could actually get together and quit fighting amongst one another, they could actually control a lot more than anything in the universe of Andromeda.
Really?
So, question. What? How often would they try to adopt a human? Depends if the human has a unique genetic trait.
All must serve.
Okay, better question. Would they try to adopt Batman?
Mikey, that is the most ridiculous question. Actually, they would try to adopt Batman. Really, why? Simply because of the fact that he literally takes on anything that practically is not human. Wait a minute, doesn't Nietzscheans have like a little... You said something about pride? Yeah. How does that work? Just basically works like any other factioning thing. Right. I should rephrase it. Their so-called pride is actually a clan.
Clan?
Yeah. As in it's strictly a family member thing.
Really?
Yeah. That's the best way to put it, is clans, because of the fact that it is literally that. Just a clan of them getting together and maintaining a... Hang on. You're focused on trying to make sure that you get that right. Yes, I am, okay? Really? Did we just try? Yes, we did. I got thrown off.
Anyways, why are they called Nietzscheans?
Because they literally operate on Nietzsche's principles or theories or philosophies about humanity and society.
Really?
So like Platoism or something like that. I guess, if you can literally call that a legitimate... Well... Yeah. So in other words, they literally treat Nietzsche's work as kind of like almost like a precept or something.
Okay.
I kind of wish that there was snap points instead.
Why?
So that way it wouldn't be so damn difficult trying to arrange these damn boxes. He's got a point there.
Lowering strength variable.
Swear I can kick this bot's ass right now.
I know, Mikey.
Why do we even keep him around?
Because we got no choice. Can we please have a choice? I would like to have a choice, believe me, I would. Besides, Mikey, how are you going to convince women to just, you know,
Hit the hay with us?
yeah, pretty much. How are you going to do that?
I'll think of something.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned about. Wow, okay. We did that for what reason? Making sure that we can access these damn things?
Why did you name it Ronin?
What, the suit?
Yeah, why name it Ronin?
After the idea of masterless samurai.
But why?
I mean, there's other idea names for it. do realize that we eventually will run out of... Yeah, I know, options, I get it. And released radiation won't be a problem. Oh, for Pete's sakes, really? So, are we going to go battle the Unifier? Yeah, but I want to do one thing before I